I don't think I'd be comfortable going to your house on the second date. I'm sorry. And then he says, oh, don't worry about it. If I get too excited, I know I will be a gentleman and I'll just go to the bathroom and hand and we can go on with our evening. So here he's going to this date to meet up with this girl.
What are you doing? I'm trying to park.
That's a little cringe. He holds up this plastic bag. She's sitting there like scared to death.
I'm so uncomfortable, by the way.
Well, how do you think she felt?
This is really the start to a really good horror movie that I want to watch, and somebody should make this.
So Derek.
Hello, Tonya.
Hi, are you ready to hear some Reddit stories?
I've been ready for quite a while.
Okay, so let's get to it because we have some really good ones, and I have to make sure that I'm telling the story this time instead of you, and you have no idea what we're saying.
No, I think I know what the first sentence of this story, and that's about it.
That's only because you were peeking, but that's all that you know. So I'm naming each one of these, but this is the first one we're doing.
Okay.
And I titled it, She Should Have Googled Him Before the Date.
Tale as old as time.
Okay, so you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so they met at the restaurant for a date. This is a girl writing this. She's writing the Reddit story. So she said once she arrived at the restaurant, he told her that he was saving her a parking spot by standing in it.
By standing, like not in a car, like he's standing there in the parking spot.
No, he's standing in the parking lot.
Okay.
She's going to the restaurant to meet him, and he's standing in the parking space.
Okay.
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 She asked him not to do that because she thinks that's a jerk move, she said, and she told him she already parked.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she's sitting in the parking lot.
And she did park. She's not just telling.
She's sitting in the parking lot. He texts her and says, oh, I saved you a parking spot. I'm standing in it. She parks, but she didn't see him standing in that spot. But she doesn't like that he did that. So she said, who wants to start off a date? Other people who are trying to park, because that's going to make people mad.
Yeah.
And yes, he said someone yelled at him while he was standing there, and he did it. So here he's going to this date to meet up with this girl.
Yeah.
And then he's standing in the parking spot, and somebody's
just like, "What are you doing? I'm trying to park."
And so he says to her, even though this guy yelled at him. He wanted to tell her that the reason he did it was because he thought that she would make it worth his while for standing in the parking spot and getting her a good parking spot.
And this is all through text? This is all through text?
No, this was what he said. He told her afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
he's at the table going, well, I thought, you'd probably make it worth my while if I, stood in that parking spot.
Yeah, at least he was being honest. But still, that's a little cringe to be saying that to her. And it is very dangerous to be standing in.
It's weird. I think it's a weird thing to do,
Okay, and I have a story to tell you about that. One of my own stories about that. But let's keep going to this.
Please.
So then the girl, they're talking, small talk. She says that she mentioned her divorce. So she was divorced once.
Okay.
So he starts making a big production about that, about how frustrated that she must have been going through a divorce, excuse me, and he didn't have to go through that because his wife died.
Sorry.
We're not laughing about that.
No,
we're not laughing about that. That's terrible.
No,
but this is what he's telling her.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder if this is even true or not.
Yeah, or like what's kind of going on. It's so awkward.
Yeah. So he says, okay. So then he says, in case you don't believe me, he pulls out his phone and shows her his wife's death certificate.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like an open casket picture or something.
No, that would be horrific. And then she starts saying, in case I don't believe what? Like, why would you be showing me
Yeah,
this?
because the girl's probably like, why would I not believe you? I don't know. This is so weird.
And then she says, why would I doubt that? That is so weird.
Yeah.
So there's been some where there's questions about his involvement. She starts thinking, like, why is he carrying this around with him? So anyway, so she changes the subject. This is a wild date. So she changes the subject and she realizes that there's no way she's going to go out with him ever again because she's like, this guy's too weird. This date's starting off so weird.
Disinterested. Like,
and,
why would I?
But she was wary at that point of upsetting him because she felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right. Then she didn't notice when they walked in, he had something in his hand.
Huh?
Yeah. So he's
like a phone.
She doesn't know. She said there's something in his hand. She didn't know. And he's sitting there at the table and he holds up this plastic bag.
Like a plastic bag you get from a grocery store or something?
She just says a plastic bag.
Okay.
They're at Olive Garden, by the way. So
I was not thinking that this was in an Olive Garden.
So she holds up this plastic bag of food.
Okay. Yeah.
He opens it up. Mm-hmm. It has cake, cobbler, and pie in it. Yeah. He says to her...
I'm so uncomfortable, by the way.
Well, how do you think she felt?
Yeah.
So he says to her, my neighbor brought me some food. So I thought that we could eat it here for dessert. She's sitting there like scared to death. She's thinking, and saying he doesn't seem to be stable.
Okay.
It was so awkward that he was at a restaurant with a massive trash bag of desserts sitting right next to her and trying to get her to eat one.
Cobbler's romantic, right? It's kind of nice to bring a cobbler to it.
I hope he didn't get it out of the trash when he said it came from
this is
the
like a fine dining restaurant.
No,
but this is Olive Garden.
Okay,
so this is next to the breadsticks.
So think of this at Olive Garden. This is next to the breadsticks, right? So as she's trying to wrap up this Olive Garden date, he starts trying to plan their next date.
Cool.
He says, wouldn't it be so great if we go to my house on the next date?
I'm sorry, does she eat any of the cobbler? Is she eating any of this?
She doesn't say she eats it, and I don't think she did because she's writing this, so she's still alive. So I don't think anything happened to her.
No, that's a good prediction, actually. That's
and then she says, I don't think I'd be comfortable going to your house on the second date. I'm sorry. And then he says, oh, don't worry about it. If I get too excited, I know I will be a gentleman, and I'll just go to the bathroom and handle everything myself, and we can go on with our evening. This poor girl.
It's weird because each time you say a new part of the story, I get more and more uncomfortable. It's this increasing slider of just...
Okay. So the waitress brings their check and...
Thank the Lord.
She gets up and goes as fast to her car as she can.
Run.
And that was that.
That was that. That's where it ended.
That's where it ended.
He had to have texted her afterwards though, right? Something.
She doesn't write any more about it.
Wow.
But this is... We're laughing because it seems so wild.
This is the start to a horror movie. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It is.
This is really the start to a really good horror movie that I want to watch, and somebody should make this.
Well, if it's a horror movie, it's not real. This is a real date that this girl goes out on.
You're right.
Okay, so what do I say and what do I tell everyone all the time? How important it is and how you have to. It is a must to Google and look up who you are going out on a date with. She didn't know him. She goes and meets with him, and he's saying some really strange things. He already started out by standing in a parking spot.
If I had to guess, if she would have Googled him, there had to have been like felony stalking charges.
There could have been all kinds of stuff, but she at least could get, when you start looking people up and you do a deep dive, not just, some little thing, but if it's someone you don't know, I always talk about safety. And I know there's been people that have said to me, well, I'm kind of taking the excitement out of everything. No, I'm not. When you go out on a date with someone, it's still exciting, but how exciting do you want it to be where you feel unsafe like she was? I mean, that's...
And the excitement always ends. Like, somebody could be on a date and they're going to go, oh, well, this person, I'm going to be so excited to learn about them. The excitement will end eventually on the third, fourth, fifth date. Why not just be safe and know who this person is before you go on the first one?
Well, exactly. So, and then she was smart enough not to eat what he brought because who knows what could have been in that. We know that there's...
Do you think she took the bag full of...
No, I don't think she didn't want anything to do with that bag.
He might have been like, well, you have to take it. I brought this stuff for you.
She didn't take it. She didn't elaborate more. I think she was probably just petrified.
Traumatized,
and traumatized as what most people would be. But I want to tell you just a quick story about myself.
Please.
I had a boyfriend one time, way before my husband. Hi, honey. He was at a car show event. And he was driving his boss's antique Corvette that was very expensive.
Through the car show event? Through
the car show, but then he went to park it because you have to park it when you're done doing that in the space. Mm-hmm. Someone was standing in a space that the car was originally in.
Okay.
So this ex of mine was not the nicest of guys, and he didn't like that guy was standing in the space. So he pulls up and he said he taps the guy a little bit with the car when he was trying.
Well, that's a normal thing to do. As
when he was
we
trying
tap
to pull
people
into
with
the
our
space.
cars, yeah.
Nevertheless, he got arrested and stuff that night because the guy called the cops. But
was he injured? Do you know?
no, it was just you can't tap someone with a vehicle.
Of course.
The moral of that
think
story
so.
is you don't want to stand in the parking space because nowadays you never know what someone would do.
Yeah.
It could be much worse. But starting it out like that, some people have done that and they think it's okay. And I saved you a spot and all that. And that's okay. But it just depends. People do get mad, when you do that.
Because the car's not there.
The car's not
right.
there.
The car's not there. There's this person sitting there and you're like, well, my car's here right now. I would like to park. And this person's like sitting there. So I get it.
Exactly. So at the end of all of these, I like to make sure that I give everyone basically a takeaway of fix your search.
So we can all feel better.
Well, so they don't have to go through these types of issues and problems, which happen all the time with dating. That's why there's so many people that are single. It's like, over 50% of, your generation, millennials are single.
Yeah, I thought it was even like 60%, 65%.
Well, it's probably more because it changes all the time. So but it's over 50%. So this is my takeaway, everyone. Always Google before you go. Always. The date never should have happened. A simple Google search could have revealed red flags, patterns, or inconsistencies before they ever agreed to meet. Your safety and time are worth 5 minutes of research because if someone resists being Google, that is information. And this is a fix your search rule. If you're meeting a stranger, you need to research them first. No exceptions. Trust your body's reactions. You don't need evidence to know something was off. Your discomfort was valid long before this guy gave her a trash bag of desserts or the inappropriate comments. Her nervous system noticed what her brain was still processing. Here's another fix your search rule. If your body feels uneasy, you don't need to justify leaving. Public does not automatically mean a safe meeting. At a restaurant is smart, but safety doesn't always stop there. Someone can still be intense, inappropriate, or unstable in public. Public settings reduce risk. They don't eliminate it. So here's another thing to think of. Public dates are step one, not a safety guarantee. So I want to tell you, thanks so much for watching. If you love this episode, hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our dating lessons, red flag alerts, and tips to take control of your love life. And don't stop there. Watch the next video so you get even more smart dating strategies to help take control of your love life. Let's make sure your next date is a smart one and see you on the next episode.
See you on the next episode and hit that bell.